Hey, welcome back to this video. I just gonna cover the Rogers situation in Canada. Over here, we have Rogers network outage disrupts Canada internet access and bank transaction. All bank are having most banks are having a lot of problem with e-transfer, and you have like those debit machines are not working. It's a massive problem, and it doesn't seem like it's gonna get resolved right now. It's still have problem. You have like internet connections at those people home. They can't have access to the internet. um it's really bad. Think about like the massive impact that can have, right? So like if for one full day having not having the services that can operate properly, you have this bank can't you can't send transactions in the internet age, right? In the like technological age where everything you need to do, you need internet connections, and you have all those banks relying on one company for the services, for connection service, right? This is why we need Bitcoin. This is why we need something that's outside the system, that's not centralized to one company, that's not vulnerable to one company or one decision making, right? So that is more decentralized, and that's why even 50% of the Bitcoin computers, right, should get shut down. All like the other 50% of nodes will keep going, right? So that's the power of Bitcoin. So anyway, um yeah, so unfortunately there are a lot of people, well, they have to deal with it because for now they have to wait until Rogers basically put the service back on. Let's look at an over here. I'm gonna cover this for you guys. You have Japan's tight gun laws add to shock over Abe's assassination. So you have this former prime minister over there uh, was dead. This I think this is the presume presume who really basically shoot the over there, and the person was dead, right? So basically he fabricated his own gun because over there it's very strict. The gun control over there is very strict. It's very difficult to own guns, right? So what he did, he basically built his own gun. Obviously that's very sad. um I don't know. No, we so they didn't mention his motive. So that's up to be known in the future. So yeah, so basically this is what's going on over there. So we know the Japanese economic situation is not perfect right now, because they have the bond market, and you have like inflation, so it's not really fun. You will have a lot of those actions taking place in our societies more and more because of those stress, right, on the system. And you have protesting Dutch farmers reject government's term for dialogue. So now, because government will push the people too far, so now they refuse to even talk. Protesting farmers have rejected the Dutch government terms for negotiation talks to end demonstrations against plans to cut pollutant emissions that will crack down on the lucrative industry. So basically, yeah. So you know what it is. Those agendas of like 2030. So they wanna basically limit how much we can emit So they want to control what we can do with our business, control every single thing in our lives. So this getting a clashback over there. So especially the farmers, if you don't have food, if the farmers don't produce food, then you can't eat, unless if you want to eat plastics and stuff like that. But otherwise, like uh, in order to eat real food, you need farmers. So yeah. And next, let's move on to the last section, the impact of an inverted yield curve. So in the U.S., um, in the West, you will have this yield curve problem. The yield curve being inverted. I always show you guys the chart for the 10-year yield. That's basically going up while they are raising interest rate. That's pretty funny, right? So they are raising interest rate, right? That would incentivize. That was supposed to incentivize investors to keep money on the bond market, right? So while they are doing that, right, the money are leaving instead of staying. Right, the money are leaving because regardless of whatever the interest they are getting, they said no, they're gonna leave. They're gonna take their money out. So that's a massive problem. And not only in the inversion of the yield curve is basically when you have the short term um, yield curve, let's say for 2 year yield, and the treasury 2 years, like the interest on those are higher than the one for 10 years. So that's pretty that's bad because that sign of recession is coming and all those things. So I'm sure that for me, like we are already in recession, like we are in a depression, we already passed recession. If you look at the economy, obviously, with like objectively, you will see, this is not a real economy. This is all fake on us. Like so anyway, so I'm gonna leave it there. This is what I had to cover for you today, guys. I hope you enjoy. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you again. This was Spike Cover.